What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Love for Crypto Live. Mancunian Madness, love it. Yeah, welcome Steve, Luen, Kiwi, Digital Asset Guy, Sonic. Missed you too. Yeah, this video, if you caught yesterday's, I went a lot over Hyperledger, more than I wanted to really. I'm doing a deep dive into the tech, into the frameworks, into the tools, how it's all connected to Interoperability protocol, running on that blockchain solution, the interoperability. The partnered and in bed with Ripple and everyone else. Ripple actually created the Quilt and gifted it to them. And in the same way they created the protocol and gifted that to the W3C. So they're not just a member, although they're on the list, Ripple, they're not just, there's something to point out that's a little bit different about them. Where the fuck's Kurt, mate? Kurt's back in work, lad. The thing is, he got injured in there, pulled his chest, so he couldn't really do any of his work, so he was off for a bit. Now he's back in, but he's light duties, so he's in the depot, innit, installing, so just bear with it, guys, bear with him. Let him get out of the depot, back on the road, and them van videos will be back soon, his van podcasts and that. Make no mistake, Kurt is coming back. I'm just trying to fill the void, guys. I know it might not be fulfilling it enough, but I'm trying to fill the void. Hello, great vid yesterday, really entertaining, mate. Cheers, Matthew, I appreciate that, lad. I'm just going to fly into it. There's no point in waiting for more people and all that. That's just stupid. They can watch it later if they aren't caught up, and if they join late, they can rewind and, yeah, bish, bash, bosh, Bob's your uncle. Robert's your father's brother. So, Hyperledger Members, the Linux Foundation projects. Swift just popped up there. Swift is delighted to support this industry-wide effort. Advanced distributed ledger technology, cooperation and collaboration, hallmarks of the Swift cooperative, will be key to ensuring the scalability and adoption of this technology. Boom! So before you talk about what about Swift, yeah, first things first, get that out of the way. Swift are there, mate. It's on page 1, members. We can go across. Shizen, One Thing Technology, Samsung SDS, Deutsche Bank, whoever they are, CLS, Block Inc., Korea Securities Deposit, ANZ Bank, DTCC Digital Asset, you know what I mean? And these are all talking about Hyperledger on the Hyperledger Members page. Go and check it out. We're going to run through it now. Which way do I have to? Premier members, guys. They've got Premier members. So then there, you've got Accenture, Airbus, American Express, BIAS, Cisco, Deutsche Bank, Fujitsu, Hitachi, DTCC, Digital Asset, IBM, Intel, JP Morgan, NEC, SAP. So there's your premier members of Hyperledger at the top, the daddies of the members, who will then be sucking in even more members, you know what I mean? It tears down, ends up at universities, Yale, do you know what I mean? Ripple are not the only people dishing resources out to universities to help the young and the future people of fintech basically need to understand this moving forward before they're even out of uni. Do you know what I mean? They can't be expecting them to do what we've done and learn it all through the code. They're actually going to teach you. So JP Morgan, yeah, the one that sounds out is DTCC, massive. There's more on that. There is more on it in the construction and the building of it, the implementation. Digital Asset, it pops up a lot, mate. DTCC. That's harder to learn than CBDC. So general members, there's going to be so many companies on here, we just don't even know who they are. Like, I don't know 90% of these, but every now and then one pops up that you know. So Bosch, for instance, straight away there for me. I know who Bosch are, and the rest of them on there, I'm like, oh yeah, BBVA, seen them before, you know, a few of them, but Alibaba Cloud. But we're going to continue scrolling. We know some, we don't know some, but then we see Coil. We see Coil, Ripple Tech, micropayments, interoperability. You know, we're seeing some coil payments drop in through our content being watched by people who contribute to coil. So if you sign up to coil and you add your website, and then anyone who contributes to coil watches or looks and views at your website, you'll get paid micropayments off coil implemented through Hyperledger. Some people didn't know that. Carry on, a few more we know. FedEx, Logistics, Huawei, Lenovo, LG, massive tech companies. Some of the biggest, like the second biggest phone company in the world there, Huawei, and then a little bit lower down, right next to the bad boy, we've got Ripple, Samsung, biggest phone company in the world. R3, we saw the Swift comment a minute ago, and all Swift are in with R3. R3 are a member of Hyperledger, with Ripple, with Samsung. I hear an English accent with some Jamaican in there. I go all over the gaff sometimes, mate. Can't really help it. It was South African yesterday, won't we? Christine Lagarde, mate. You got to listen to her. But what I wanted to point out is of everything, of all them companies we've just passed, all the tech companies, the financial institutions, payment providers, flaming TV networks, NTT Data. NTT Data. That's Everest. That is Everest, mate. Might say Everest somewhere else, but that is Everest's parent company. But the one that stands out to everyone is Ripple. They're not using Hyperledger tech. They're creating the Interledger protocol tech. They created the Quilt and they gifted it Hyperledger. That's the one company that's actually working to implement it that most people know about. The other one is NTT Data, and the other one is DTCC. It's going to be huge. 2 days in a row live, nice. Well, what it is I think I'm back in work as well next week, so sadly, we might not be able to do many videos. If I'm not in work next week, this will become a regular thing until I am in work. I don't really care if I just have to come on and have a little chinwag with a few people in the comments while we just have a little general chat. Do you know what I mean? That is legitimately for me. I'm up for that. You can read news yourself, can't you? It's just nice that when we've all read that news that we can come and share opinions in the chat, and we can converse between each other. I really enjoyed this today. I really did. So let's carry on. Just below R3 and Spurbank, Burbank, whatever, however you pronounce that with my accent. Samsung SDS, Ripple, just a little bit lower. We've got Swift. Near the bells ringing, mate. Swift. So Swift are there, R3 are there, Ripple are there, NTT Data. We've got JP Morgan up at the top with American Express. We've got Deutsche Bank, and we're not even at the bottom yet. We're not even at the bottom yet. We've got associated members. The Bank of England is an associated member of Hyperledger. Also, it was Ripple who answered the Bank of England and Her Majesty's Treasury's call to action back in 2013-14, as you saw in the globalization video. At the same time, the Senate of the States, Australia, and everywhere else was also calling for it. Everyone's calling for this solution. Ripple then provided. Other companies like your NTT Data, your DTCC, I'll get that in a minute. DTCC, I will get it soon. Companies like that then jumped in and like, yeah, boom, there's interoperability. Ripple's like, bish, bash, there's a W3C, you have Interledger, Hyperledger, you have the Quilt, you can work now, you can work. And they've all got in bed together to create this level playing field. This is it. This is, look at the difference in languages, just in the names of the companies. Some are looking Japanese, some are looking Chinese, other parts of Asia. You got English one, but ones didn't even know some of them symbols existed, me. Do you know what I mean? It is quite crazy. Christine L'Orange, she's L'Orange when she's got a tan in summer. Morning. Not many people to share the chat with in our normal lives. Tell me about it, mate. They're all acting like a crazy. My mum thinks I'm crazy. My sister thinks I'm crazy. Half my mates think I'm crazy. But they're not seeing these associated members and Hyperledger ILP and all that, are they? They're clearly just not looking. It's absolutely idiotic. Makes me wonder how many people who knew Zuckerberg was just like, Mark, what you doing, mate? You're never gonna get above MySpace. Everyone's already using MySpace. What you even doing? Do you know what I mean? Like, and one of his mates gives him the algorithm for then the pages to talk to each other, and boom, that was it on it. It just destroyed MySpace. It blew up like an house on fire. It blew up like a nuclear factory going into meltdown, mate. There was no stopping that. And it makes me wonder now, like, the people are thinking, oh, well, the banks already do this. And there's even people in the crypto space, the banks already use X-Current. Why would they use X-Rapid, like we talked about yesterday? Liquidity problem, man. Open your eyes. Jesus, wet morning, Anne. L'Orange is the best one. Christine L'Orange. If I ever meet her, I'm going to say that. I swear to God. And I'll take my camera with me. I'll take my trusty little tripod with me. And we'll be, I'll go, yo, L'Orange. It's all, I'm here with Christine L'Orange. I'll do it, I swear to God. I promise you that. What's happening, everybody? It's midday, Lesotho. Where's Lesotho? Have I even said that right? Lesotho. Lesotho sounds Mediterranean. She may take you for lunch. I hope she does, mate, but she's paying. Unless XRP is over $500 by then, she's paying, mate. So the associated members at the bottom, and including people like Bank of England, Ethereum Alliance, the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston. Why is it Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, of Boston, of this, of that? Is it not just all the Federal Reserve Bank? Is that like... Why does that say Boston? Is anyone in if it's true Fidelity backed and SBI VC go live in March, we have to fill our bags as much as we can right now? I would agree, Nazario, I would agree, but some of us still got to live, haven't we, mate? Still got bills to pay, food to buy, sadly. So yeah, just spare what you can in the investment you feel is right. We're not giving financial advice. We're trying to just point people in the right direction. It's like, I pointed out on the Instagram today, it makes me laugh, Ripple, all the creators of XRP created this great coin that's cheap, frictionless, 4 seconds, instant, and then they gifted it to a company called Ripple. Like, what? It's both the same people. You mean a group of people created a coin, created a company, and then gifted themselves the coin? That's what you mean. Like... They had to then put it in escrow because people weren't happy with them holding 80% of it. They did own 80% of XRP at once, but that's a controlled currency. So they escrowed it, and they created all these memberships and these partnerships, these consortiums, the protocol that's a governance now controlled by W3C. Ripple had it boxed. So legitimately, just don't even take it as financial advice. Just go and look at all the documents and information. If you can't see it for yourself, I've got nothing else to say, but I'm sorry, and you're going to miss out. It's done, man. Which laws will control this technology? It's like Lord of the Rings. One coin control the one. One coin to bridge them all. One coin to trade them all. XRP. It is, mate. It is. OpenCoin was its name. So, oh yeah, these guys created XRP and gifted it to OpenCoin, now called Ripple. They gifted it themselves. We all know that. Anyone who looks at the information knows that. It goes way. It's 2012. 2013 is when it became Ripple. Just before they answered the Senate's call to action and the Bank of England and the Her Majesty's Treasury's call to action. They could not answer that call with a technology called coin. OpenCoin. You couldn't be called coin, Bitcoin, this coin, that coin. There was coins coming up all over the place. They couldn't be just another coin, just another light coin, just another dark coin. Do you know what I mean? They needed something, and Ripple He was calling it ripples and drops. So a drop in the ocean forms ripples that grow, tidal wave. They had it. There was predates Bitcoin. Well, saying yesterday, David Schwartz in his, I think, is it 1996, 97 white paper. He's got documents going back to 1988 white paper, NSA stuff, mate. You know what I mean? All that. That's why Kurt got a grip of Kurt at one point. Nah, and all the communities just started going sick at him. They all started trying to beat down Rachel Lee and that, simply for just pointing people to some facts she'd found. Absolutely ridiculous. Everyone acting like kids. Needed to grow up and just have a look for themselves, because you're not wrong. Like that, it predates Bitcoin. And all the work David Schwartz was doing, the guy's crypto god. Made a thing of him today. Go and check it out on Instagram. Got a picture of him like with XRP in the middle of it, and good little picture, I thought. Excuse me. Good little picture, I thought. Put David's face on it and that, but seeing you, Commonwealth Bank told Brad G that the best thing they could do was not use Bitcoin for their business name or products. Yeah. See, so there you go. Cheers, digital asset guy, who's the CEO of Commonwealth Bank, told Brad Garlinghouse that the best thing that they could do is not use bit or coin in their business name. Bit mining, Bitcoin mining, coin. They didn't want that, mate. They didn't want the banks. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. XRP gon' give it to you. Well, I'm only 22. I love Kurt. Well, yeah. Who don't love Kurt, do you know what I mean? The guy's he's an intelligent lad, and when he puts his mind onto something, like a few of us, we go all in, and we do end up uncovering some rocks that you maybe didn't want to turn up. You go out looking for ants and find a scorpion. It's not what you wanted to find, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's so the associates in academia, that was back in 2015. I think they changed the name a little bit earlier, to be honest. I've just hit my chair there. Let me come back up. I think it was 2013. I have to look at it. But there we go. Academia, Yale University, now teaching all the fintech students and whatever about Interledger Protocol and Hyperledger. Where is that? What part? Come over here, Blade. University. Blockchain Research Initiatives expands a global footprint with 11 new partners. So they're going out to universities. They've got Carnegie Mellon University, Cornell University, Duke University, Georgetown, University of Kansas, Michigan, Morgan State, Singapore, Northeastern University, University of Sao Paulo, Institute for FinTech Research in Tsinghua University. So they're making sure the youth of tomorrow understand this tech, understands interoperability, understands the internet of value, the internet of things, the level playing field. They're not the only ones, like we say, that's giving resources to universities either. Hyperledger giving people the University of Budapest Technology and Economics, blockchain at Berkeley, Business School for Human University. We've got Cambridge, a Centre for Alternative Finance. You've got a Centre for CPS and the Internet of Things at the USC, Vertebrate School of Engineering. You've got Kerbal Blockchain Academy, University of Luxembourg, University College London, CBC. We've got UCLA Blockchain Lab. We've got Sun Yat-sen University, I guess in Japan. Penn Blockchain Club, Peking University, University of Rome for Vergat Inuit Foundation, the Vinilish General Technical University, I mentioned Yale, and the Zhejiang University, again guessing Zhejiang, is that Japan? Could be China, but doubt it, sounding more Japan that. Them partners, unbelievable. Kurt's fucking legend, always on the ball, and the funny thing is he's always ahead of the game by a few months. He is, because he watches the people everyone else think are crazy. That's what it is. Gregory Mannarino and Kevin Shipp, Yeah, CIA guy. I forget the names. There's so many. He's like, check this video with this guy. Check this video with this guy. So many guys and so many names. It's like, Jesus, Kurt, how have you even found all that? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. But yeah, he's a legend when it comes to finding deep stuff. Deep stuff. Question: how could the Hyperledger not succeed with all these partners' initiatives, genuine need, demand for this tech, etc.? I'm failing to see how this won't be adopted on a mass scale. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Because when we come back to the document everyone's been jumping on, the Everest document, there's a reason that this mentions Hyperledger on this page, and then it got jumped into the partners that we've just been mentioning. On this page, slightly above, you have Chain, Hyperledger Fabric, RC Corridor, and Digital Asset. If we come, we're done with the members page. So if we move on to Hyperledger gets cozy with Quilt, getting nice and cozy. October 2017. We're thrilled to welcome yet another project under Hyperledger Quilt. Hyperledger Quilt started around 18 months ago. That's October 2017. So October 2016 was 6 months before that. What's that? Like March, April 2016. It's Java implementation of the Interledger protocol. Interledger, also known as ILP, is a protocol for making transactions across ledgers. The protocol's standards and specifications are being defined by the open source community under the World Wide Web Consortium umbrella. With the addition of Quilt to Hyperledger, the Linux Foundation now hosts both Java Quilt and the JavaScript Interledger JS. Interledger implementations, the JS Foundation welcomed Interledger JS in 2016 as an open consortium, blah blah blah. Interledger incubates range of business technologies. Let's just open that in a finger because that sounds interesting. A range of business. So here's all your things now. What we went through yesterday. We are taking into a deep delve into all of them, but for today I'm staying on Quilt. What is Hyperledger Quilt? Hyperledger Quilt offers interoperability between ledger systems by implementing ILP, which is Primary Payments Protocol, and is designed to transfer value across systems, both distributed ledgers and non-distributed ledgers. It's a simple protocol that establishes a global namespace for accounts as well as protocol for synchronized atomic swaps between different systems. Why Quilt? Technical details of Quilt. Who will work on Quilt? Extremely interesting this because it names Everest, NTT Data and Ripple are committing full-time engineering resources to ensure the success of this project. The main contributors will include Takahiro Inaba, NTT Data, Adrian Holt-Bailey, Ripple, and Isaac Arubiano, Everest. So fast, we'll check Adrian out. Adrian, Global Head of Interledger at Coil. We've just seen Coil's a Hyperledger partner, and we know how it's going to implement micropayments through social media platforms and websites and that. He's ex-Ripple. He's a co-chair Web Payments WG at the W3C. So the guy, he works for Coil. He's working directly on the Quilt, as was just said on the last page. He's a co-chair at the W3C. That's big player, that, isn't it? NTTC Data. Who is Everest? So it says Everest, NTT Data, and Ripple. It might as well just say NTT Data and Ripple, because if you notice the last guy, Isaac Aruba, Everest and NTT Data Company. We'll go to this picture. Everest is an NTT Data company dedicated to consulting and outsourcing all sectors. A turnover of euro 1.17 billion in the last financial year. We are a large family, 21,000 professionals across Europe, USA and Latin America. In 2014, Everest joined NTT Data Group, the 6th largest IT service company in the world, with 100,000 professionals and with offices in Asia Pacific, the Middle East, Europe, Latin America and North America. Above all, Everest believes in its people, their ongoing development and their talent. We're firmly committed to talent, and our main goal is to nurture high-performance professionals by creating an environment of reasonable freedom. So So, Everest are NTT Data, and if you follow, I just googled who are Everest for that, being perfectly honest, and I found this, a lot of information about who Everest actually are, because until now we just had this document, didn't we, where no one really knew who they was or why they'd even done this document, and now it's becoming clear that one of the major players when it comes to building the Hyperledger Quilt. Crazy. So yeah, Digital as a guy, back to your question, mate. In my opinion, it can't fail. Can't fail. I have a feeling we'll never hear from Satoshi ever again because he's a cryptographer at Ripple after fixing all the things he got wrong at BTC. You want Tobatsi, mate? You want to follow the conspiracies? David Schwartz could be Satoshi. The whole, what was he called? The cyberfunks, the cypherfunks, or something like that. Cypherpunks. It was either cyberpunks or cypherfunks or something like that. Loads of people who basically they took the Bitcoin Gold white paper, what I believe was David Schwartz's NSA paper, and they made that into Bitcoin. Now David Schwartz may have gone over and helped him with it. There's a good 10 of them if you watch a documentary. It's actually on our channel as one of the best documentaries about the origin of Bitcoin, and I do believe it is one of the best. Go and check it out. That goes down them rabbit holes and into conspiracies that it was Satoshi. We may never see the guy again. Who knows? If XRP will win the battle, we'll very thanks to Mr. Katao. He's literally transforming the whole global financial system. As is everyone within the Hyperledger group, mate. This is why I wanted to do this video about the members. Everyone within Hyperledger, Fabric, Quilt, the consortium is changing the world. So the next graduates will be crypto infused. So that's exactly, that's why the challenging academics. The speaking in code to everyone else, anyone like above 25, you got to do well to notice it, aren't you? Otherwise you're just blind to it. Anyone under 25, anyone under 21, you're in uni, you're in school, you're going to be taught about it. Does anyone else go to buy other coins but free account and buy XRP? With me being out of work for several weeks, I've not bought coins for a while, but I did buy BAX and I did buy TRX simply because I just believed in them two projects. And although TRX is no longer an ERC20 token and BAX still is an ERC20 token, that seems to put some people off. But BAX's bank account will be running on Hyperledger through the Quilt, through the Burrow, the smart contracts, the Ethereum JavaScript, where it can carry Ethereum contracts and ERC20 contracts, which is what BAX contracts will be, can carry them onto Hyperledger and create a private chain for the banking system, where it's like the current banking system, it's all private, but if the regulators need to look at it, it's all visible, transparent, and they'll show them. But what they'll then do is, throughout each day, for the public ledger, which will be on the Ethereum chain, they'll drop the public ledger now and then, just so people know how the banks are doing, how the ecosystem's growing, stuff like that. So half of it's going to be private, half of it's going to be public. That's only possible through Hyperledger and Interledger protocol. So next time you see an ERC20 token project that your mate's trying to big up to you, don't shun it off straight away. Just ask him, are they a member of Hyperledger? And if he says yeah, it's got a whole lot more weight behind it. It's got all these companies and all these frameworks and tools behind it. It's not just some shitty little ERC20 token that's probably going to end up dead like BitConnect. Do you know what I mean? Don't write off ERC20s straight away. Just really don't. Beans on toast is all you need and more XRP. Yeah. Is this live or a replay? It's live, Ben. How you doing, pal? And cypherpunks. Cheers, Thomas. Go and check that documentary, guys, if you haven't seen it. It's a good hour, 2 hours long. It's about the creation of Bitcoin. They're like 2 or 3 people ended up in jail for doing what Coinbase and Binance and all that are doing now. It's madness. Madness. When Yoshi, can you imagine what will happen when superstars and football players get paid in XRP? They tweet their fans if they like it. Upvote Steve. It's happening, that, mate. But what about where the player is being paid in XRP, or is being paid in dollars, or whatever local currency he is when he's at that stadium, and then it's going straight into his account, and when he comes off the pitch or he's substituted, it just stops because he's no longer on the pitch working. Or it comes down because he's still working, he's still got to be there, but he's sat on the bench, so he's not quite being paid as much. They get paid more when they're on the pitch than when they're training, than when they're at home in bed. They're not being paid in streamlined wages on a per second basis is what Interledger Protocol and Hyperledger is going to be able to do. Chris Larson says it himself. Crazy. I thought Everest was a double glazing company. Everest. EVERIS. Everest. But who will work on Quilt? Basically, just NTT Data and Ripple. Many other members have already expressed interest in backing the development of Quilt's Java implementation. This team will seek to work with the other Hyperledger projects in order to find ways to enable ledger interoperability across Hyperledger's DLT solutions and institutions, centralized ledgers. Other engineers from NTT Data, Everest and Ripple will also contribute to the project over time. Members of the Interledger Payments Community Group have also shown interest in contributing to the development of this ILP implementation. It is a done deal for ILP. And this is what makes it happen. When you think about ILP, what is it? It's not its own tech. It's not its own technology. It's a set of protocols that people then follow. Hyperledger's the tech. Make no mistake. RippleNet, granted, X-Current, X-Rapid, XVR, the Ripple ledger, the XRP ledger is Ripple tech that's in the middle of ILP. But all around the outside, when IBM made their own blockchain, when Amazon Web Services made their own blockchain, all the banks, all the other institutions, payment providers, if I make my own blockchain in 5 years, anyone makes their own blockchain, it's going to be on the outside, it's going to plug in to Hyperledger or whoever else comes up, and I can't see anyone else at the moment. And if all these companies are already membered on Hyperledger, as has been said in the comments, how's it going to fail? It's not going to fail. When utility, when they want, when Yoshi, when he wants. Have you checked out my PESA mobile payment system in Kenya? The white paper was developed by an unknown entity. I have not. Why? I've not. I might have a look at that. Hi from Thailand. Hello. XRP Ninja Warrior. Excuse me. Scott is Satoshi. You know it, buddy. I wish, mate. I wish. Just tripped into this live chat from Brew in Western Australia. Oh my god, XRP is going to be massive. It is going to be massive. These comments keep jumping on me. Man, I've listened to your videos for days. Didn't know you had a face. Well, generally speaking, if you can see me, it's Scott. If you can't see the person, it's Kurt. We do tend to sound the same at times. I did the voice thing. So, OK Google can open my phone, unlocks my phone as I say OK Google. It's legitimately trying to open it there. It opened for Kurt. All Kurt had to say was OK Google, and it opened. Didn't work for me other mate, but Kurt could get in it. I had to turn it off. But yeah, so there is actually two of us that do videos. There's Scott, which is me. You'll generally see my face when I'm on it. I run Instagram. So if you want to send me a direct message, get over to Instagram and DM us through there. If you want to send Kurt a direct message, get on the Twitter. I have actually got the Twitter on my phone, and I will comment on there occasionally, and I'll try and put Scott in brackets at the end so you know it's me. Other than that, Twitter's all Kurt. Does a great job on it as well, really does. Yeah, if you want to message Kurt, ask him when he's going to be back in his van. Yeah, it won't be long, hopefully. Too bad the next gen won't be able to get an opportunity of lifetime like us. Aren't you impressed? Well, it is what it is, isn't it? Matazasya. Oh, sorry, I'm going to butcher some names, I'm sorry. It is what it is, mate. We all missed out on Facebook and Amazon and Apple and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, you can either see it or you can't, mate. You can't rub everyone's face in it so they see it, can they? XRP, stocks on Aberap, eventually. Tokenized stocks and commodities. This is tokenized everything. Anyone in Canada? I know we've got quite quite a decent following in Canada, and I appreciate that because I've got family there and I love the place. So thanks for watching us from Canada. Haven't they just made holding bullion illegal? So if you can't hold actual gold bullion anymore, you can have jewellery and that, but not gold bullion. If that's the case, I feel like they're going to put all them on smart contracts, and if you ever want to own the bullion, they're going to hold it, gold liquidity pools, and dish out smart contracts for who actually owns it. They hold it, someone else owns it, all on smart contracts, all transparent, immutable. So yeah, Robin Oddle, mate, you're not wrong there, and I fully agree with that. Everything on blockchains, I did a video a while back, it's on the channel, go and give it a watch. It's, blockchain is the future, and there's, I think it was 32 or 36 industries it's going to change the face of and disrupt. R3 was right at the top with banking, and I actually said in that video at the time, I said it should probably say Ripple, but we didn't really like it. It was going through the court case to put everyone off. I think that court case was just a blag, and Ripple was happy to pay the 400,000 just to make everyone think that R3, Swift and Ripple was never going to get on and never going to work together, so it always kept it up in the air. If you'd have read documents that was coming out at the same time, you'd have noticed that the lawsuit meant nothing and they was actually in bed together. So take that what you will, but go and watch a video, and it goes down it from banking to voting to healthcare to supply chains to production chains, and it's going to disrupt the whole world. It's just global finance has to happen first. We can't improve the supply chains, we can't improve production lines, we can't improve cross-border payments and how it's all facilitated in interoperability on a level playing field unless the global, or until the global financial framework is all working on what everything else below it is then going to build on. You just can't do it. It'd be like, it's like trying to build Facebook before all the servers were around the world to hold Facebook, do you know what I mean? An Amazon shop. Can you imagine the server space to hold that website? I mean, I'm building a website at the moment and we're up to like 10 pages. That's going to take so much server space in it. Can you imagine the server space for just Amazon's website? All the items they've got on it, all the review pages. It's like trying to just, so yeah, we've got this Facebook here. Where's the servers? They've got XRP, they've got Interledger Protocol, they've got the Ripple Ledger, the Ripple Net. They just haven't got the liquidity pools aren't ready, the servers to carry the data, the information, the value. It's not quite ready, but it will be soon. It will be soon, eh mate? There are a couple of people say that banks will start custodying crypto this year. Do you reckon they will do it for us normal people or institutions and companies? Everyone in the end. The low TC, like we're saying at the moment, the low TC to the institutions, and that's why the price is being kept low. Once all them institutions are full and they've got the liquidity pools that they think they need for the immediate future, they will then encourage their customers to buy it. No doubt in 12 months, everyone's going to start getting emails off the banks like, oh, you might have noticed there's no more ATMs in your area. You can only get cash by going to a city centre now, not a town centre. Yeah. So like Christine Lagarde says, the town centre's back on your phone. Well, I was in the town centre yesterday and there's only one ATM there. So once my BAB app comes out, I'll be an ATM stood in that town centre, or the town centre's back on my phone. Other than that, if we lose that one ATM in the next 2 years, I have to go to the city centre, which is 3.5 miles, 4 miles. Yeah. They will do institutions first, and then they will force normal people into it. They won't just offer them custody and crypto. Banks are going to become custody providers and exchanges. It's as simple as that. There's no getting around it. Really is no getting around it. Goalies will be paid to save goals, not letting them in. Serious, Steve? You'd be like, yo, make a channel of conspiracy stuff. Edwin, you read our minds, mate. We did a conspiracy channel. I've just only done one video for it. He's finding the time. I'd love to be able to go live on there, but we can't go live till we got 1,000 subs. So find love for conspiracy. I think it's even a connected link channel from this channel. So if you all go and find it and get us up to 1,000 subs, the sooner we can do live videos on that, I will just come on and do conspiracy videos, doing them live. When it's pre-recorded, you feel like you need research, you've got to make it good. You get a pre-recorded video up and it don't do well, it kind of kicks you in the dick, mate. It's not nice. It's like having a big plate of chips that a dog just runs over to and takes it on. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, what? Cyberpunks, Kurt's the man in the van. What's stopping Ripple customers from using XRP? XRP was made to bypass regulatory obstacles. I do not believe they slow down the adoption because of the lack of rules. XRP wasn't made to bypass regulatory obstacles. It was made to fix a liquidity crisis, to settle payments instantly. Yeah, it's not just for regular, and they're not slowing down the adoption because of lack of rules. Adoption is well underway, mate. They're slowing down the price rise. If you want to have it proper, the manipulation is more to do with price, not the adoption. They want it adopting, which all the documents clearly state, all the partnerships and memberships clearly point to. Looking good, dude. Cheers. I'm feeling a mess, to be honest. Should have put a bit of mousse on or something. But it's like getting one pre-IPO. It's only been open to venture capitalists. We have a chance. If you had a chance to use super pension. I don't know why anyone won't take Ripple seriously at this point, Ben. It's unbelievable how people don't take it seriously. Absolutely unbelievable. Well, I think there might be XRP custody providers who will offer percentage profits on XRP they stored for you. Is there a possibility for that? Of course there is. Of course there is. You think of any investment banker's firm, it's a new asset class being born, mate. Of course there is. Definitely 100%. 100%. They're all just doing it for themselves at the moment, aren't they? That's why you've got to fill your bags as they fill their bags, mate. Don't just sit by idle, wait for bank custody, because that means their bag's full by then. And once they're selling it for custody, it's going to rip. That will be open order books, not OTC, over the counter. OTC means over the counter. It means you and me don't see it. So anyone that's been buying off SBI in the last 3 months or 4 months, whatever it's been, anyone who's been buying off any other institution, direct off Ripple, that's all OTC, over the counter. We don't see it on an order book. As far as we're aware, next month, March, SBI's order books go live. So they will be offering it under the counter. It's a bit weird, isn't it? Because when it's illegal, you say under the counter when you can't see it. But they say over the counter. Suppose they don't say it under the counter because they don't want it to sound illegal. I don't know. It's a bit weird, but they'll let it blow eventually, and they will store it for you eventually, make no mistake, but just don't wait until they're offering it to buy it. That will be the mistake most people are making. Morning from London, great to have you here. What a treat, live LFC. Cheers, Matt, appreciate it. I like it, people get excited just because we've dropped a video or just because we've come on. It gets me excited to do it, makes me enjoy it. It was made to unfreeze frozen assets to provide liquidity. Exactly. The picture is shown you today about the liquidity problem. This is what it is. Jeremy, we remember the name now, didn't we? Jeremy Light, Ripple PDF. Then you're going to scroll down and you're going to go to digital assets in payments, building the internet of value. We're then going to scroll down again when it lets me. So there, so that's what it is. That's what it comes down to, guys. $27 trillion locked up in Nostro accounts, and we know global payments, it's 3 to 5 days, it's slow. There's 10 trillion trapped. There's up to 27. This is what we're saying today. I don't think anyone's actually sure how much there's there. It's unreliable. Source liquidity. It's a liquidity problem. The 2008 crisis was all due to liquidity problems. XRP and XRapid solves the liquidity crisis. This is what I was saying yesterday about who's at a safety net for in the next crisis. Only the people that know about it. Simple as that. You still all got all your assets on normal ledgers and normal markets. You're done for. So Xcurrent processes the real-time payments. They're doing that now, bilateral messaging. They've sped up the Swift messaging system. But that's only brought a 30% profit to a business that's a bank, right? They switch to XRapid and source on-demand liquidity instantly like that. They save up to 80%. You tell me what business is not going to save 80%. You're going to have Rothschilds knocking on the door. Why not using it, man? 80%. Start using it or we'll get someone else. Simple as that. XVIOS send global payments, peer-to-peer, anyone. That's going to be through Hyperledger, Interledger Protocol. Access across networks, on-demand, real-time, rich data enhancement, end-to-end visibility, senders to beneficiaries, cost efficiency in emerging markets, the new financially included people. SBI, sneaky bastards. So freaking clever. The OTC's, I think OTC should be. Thanks for skipping my message. Sorry, mate. Did I skip a message? I'm gonna go back and find that. You lied to me. I'll find out, mate. Paul Traynor. If you had a chance to use a superannuation pension, I don't even know what a superannuation pension is, mate. It's probably why I ditched the comment, to be honest. To invest in XRP, would you? But still don't be able to cash out till 60. Only 37 at the min, but can change or put different investments after 10 to 5 years. So you're trying to say you can't cash your pension till you're 60 anyway, and if you change it into XRP, you still couldn't cash it till you're 60. If it was me, Scott Pratt, not love for crypto, not love for limited, the company we're building, not Kurt, not Chris, no one else. If it was me, personally, I'd put 100% of it in. I'd just, yeah, sack a pension, mate. I don't want to speak for Chris, but Chris was talking about possibly doing that the other day, so I'm guessing he'd move a little bit of it as well. I'd at least move 50, mate. Come on, let's have it right. Your pension or XRP for 23 years. 23 years, mate. Yeah, you've got to, man. You've got to do at least some of it, mate. Jesus wept. Don't just, don't sit on a full pension. When you can move a bit of your pension into XRP, if it was me, I would. Something you might want to actively think about that, because that's quite crazy. Thanks for the great legendary work. Greetings from Kampala, Uganda. Welcome. Hello, Uganda. Stay tuned for info on the Babat, mate. Like, that is going to be massive, massive for Africans and Asians, people in those regions, people that struggle to get bank accounts or that struggle to send value globally and across borders. You might be able to start building a business, and it'd be a lot easier than it is today soon. Maybe the USA should get them banks with their nostril to pay back the Fed and whack that off the debt clock. That was my thinking, you know. Evening from Australia. Thanks for watching, Matt. But that's my thinking as well. What they're going to do with all this Nostra and Vostra when them accounts are emptied. They're probably either going to transfer it into commodity pools and that for themselves. So they have like a gold pool and platinum pool and an oil, and they'll have different liquidity pots for different commodities and that. So it's all liquid and people can sell little percentages of everything on smart contracts. And unless you're actually using it, if you're buying it as an appreciating asset, you just want it storing, don't you? Is when you're buying it to use it is the only time it needs moving logistically and bringing to you. As long as the person you're buying an appreciating asset on is in a good custodial place, or it's in a vault, it's held by someone you trust, you never need to see it. You just need that smart contract saying you own it. And then you need the potential to break that smart contract up and make it into 10 little pieces so you can sell half of it but keep half. Crazy! The future's almost here, guys, and we're in the middle of it, so no brainer, exactly. Nobody's going to tell you to invest your pension, Paul Taylor. Those decisions are your own. Personally, no way. Just invest over money. See, so Andrew says, no, just invest over money. I'd probably move a bit of my pension if I could. Pension is like superannuation, which is like 401k. 401k, we don't say that. We just say pension here. Is that weird? Why do you say 401k? What does that actually mean? Because that just looks like £401,000 to me. Yeah, like, that's how I'd write 401 grand. Is it safe to say that price prediction on bull run is nigh impossible to predict given the wheel? It is nigh impossible to predict, mate. It is. It's virtually impossible to predict unless you know when all the adoption is officially going to take place and there's going to be certain amount of volume guaranteed to be added. Then you could start maybe doing a few calculations if you were smart enough. But for normal people, yo, you missed my messages. Kiwi, I'm sorry, there's loads of messages. Gets hard at times. This is why I need to two-man up on a live stream. One just chatting bubbles and one making sure we get all the comments or all the decent comments. You put the other XRP YouTubers to shame, mate. Proper info. Thanks to the Northern. Cheers, nobody really. We appreciate that. With all the fun. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, friends. I've recently created my blog where I talk about cryptocurrency and forex. You can check it out. Hey, do you know what? Let you plug yourself there. Do you know what? Yeah, go on. Why not? Come and check out Nico R, guys. He's doing a blog. The big fella. I think it may be because he expected halving. Fed is now saying to make cut rates next move. Australia's RBA is also talking of cutting rates. This just means more printing. Do you reckon this will slow XRP adoption? Matthew, I don't know what they're doing, mate. What they're doing? This because they're not being honest, innit? In my honest opinion, there, if they was being more honest with the world and with the customers and all that, we'd already be seeing mass adoption, wouldn't we? Is it the liquidity pool's not ready? What is it? I don't know. Are they just not happy? Someone, another institution could become as a member and just go, yo, I'm going to need 1 billion of these before it's back over 40 cents. Keep it below 40 cents until I get a bill. And then by the time he's got 800 million of them and he's about to buy his last 200 bill, another institution pops up, another liquidity pool being filled, like, oh, I'm going to need 1 bill of these as well before 40 cents. How long's that going to go on for if it happens? I don't know if it does, but it's just a little... Infrastructure not ready. The pools are not ready. The liquidity solution. This is just what I think. Don't take my word on this as 100% fact, but that is not ready. Source liquidity on demand, lower cost liquidity, XRapid. It's not ready. It's ready. They've got a couple of pathways going, aren't they? Did like from America to Mexico. You know what I mean? Like probably got America to the Philippines being built and stuff like that. Now you've got that one, America to Mexico, it's on a flaming slide. That is the one that's working now. I don't know if they've added any more since, but the one liquidity pathway. So there's a liquidity pool on either side of that pathway. Exchange for XRP. Bish, bash, bosh, done. Payments gone through. Like that. Yeah. It's just not ready for it. There's too many different countries and companies involved. Exactly. We're talking of hundreds and hundreds of companies all getting together. Reckon XRapid is a good start, but when your big payment starts going through, there might be bottlenecks in settlement. Because unless traders are there to fulfill those orders, the payments won't settle. The payments will settle. This is what they're waiting for. XRapid is not just a good start, it's the solution. But the liquidity pools need to be full enough for it to be there. Also, it's designed to get rid of bottlenecks. It's an appreciating asset and deflationary off the slight burn. So as it's deflationary off the slight burn and it's appreciating, if you ever do get a bottleneck, then the price should simply rise a little bit and you're just using less XRP than you would have 10 minutes ago. So you've got £1,000 worth of XRP ready here, but you need to send 1,500. So there's only one price just went up. So that XRP that was available, you just went in at an order and it bumped the price up. Supply demand. What's it going to mean when it's machine to machine payments? And what do you reckon the next XRP leveraging payment suite is going to be? I haven't got a clue. I don't know. I'm legitimately, at the moment, all I really care about is understanding how deep and how Hyperledger actually goes and works. I need to understand this, because it wasn't until about, I'd say, a few months ago, like late last year, as we started compiling the documentary, and I was noticing in all this Interledger protocol stuff here that it was all about Hyperledger and all the Hyperledger members. So we've got the Interledger protocol globalization level playing field out the way, and we're beating people's heads with this document of the 2020 to 2025 adoption, and then the actual timeline of it taking up until 2030, which is there. We tried beating that over people's heads during the globalization documentary, just to give an idea of the actual implications of how big this is all going to be. R3 Corridor, DAH, and the fabric all mentioned in the same sentences multiple times. So it was basically just had to get into Hyperledger me. I don't really look into anything else at the moment. If you go on Ripple, go on the Ripple website, it'll show you all their partners, all the tech that's being built, anything. So many different laws and financial regulations to get everyone involved. I reckon XRP is good. Yeah, I read that. Do you think a special purpose vehicle created by the EU to transact with Iran will connect with the Hyperledger? I have no idea on that either. But there's only one way to find out. Google! What's up, bruh? Page 2 is usually better, if you didn't know. JC Collins! Legend! Iran plans using Hyperledger to create untraceable national cryptocurrency to avoid sanctions through SWIFT, with the EU dumping the SPV concept. November the 5th fast approach. Oh, they've dumped it, bled. Special purpose vehicle's been dumped, apparently. That's interesting. Untraceable currency can help US bypass sanctions, Iran in general. Hey, just legitimately just do what I've just done. Search it, go to page 2, JC Collins, and get yourself on this article, because I think that's just basically explaining it, isn't it? As reported by their news agency, in doing so, Iran expects to reduce its dependence on the US dollar-based payment rails operating by SWIFT for global commerce. US President Donald Trump announced sanctions against Iran earlier this year, sending the rail. Yeah. So go and have a gander at that. That is interesting, that. Digital asset guy, good shout there. That's worth a little look at that. But apparently, according to these articles and JC Collins, they will be plugging into Hyperledger. Iran inches closer to national cryptocurrency and plan to evade US sanctions. Interesting, yeah. The information's there. Like I say, you generally got to try and ignore what's at the top of the first page, innit? We'd have stayed on page 1 then. What was on page 1 at the top? Special purpose vehicle for trade with Iran. They're all still talking about special purpose vehicle, when like page 2 is clearly saying it's been scrapped. Like, what the hell? Crazy. The way I see it, Ripple is all set to go. Just waiting on the regulations and the liquidity pools. That's legitimately all it is, mate. Good stuff. QQQ. Have you seen Wall Street have joined R3 Corridor? I haven't at all. Wall Street on R3 Corridor. Where's R3 on? What's R3 on? R3's on Hyperledger Members. ILP. Yeah, baby. Rob, that's your personal like me. Colour of your own. It's got a look on WhatsApp. The link is sent. Maybe bring that up. Cheers to more. Because I'm going soon. I don't even know how long I've been on. How long have I been on? End up 2 hours again. How many special people change? I understand that 40% Scott Live on YouTube. Federal Reserve. SecRF. Sorry about that, guys. I got a bit carried away then, didn't I? Should have emailed it me, Dumore. I'm on PC, mate. Email, man. Not while I'm supposed to send. I've got to send this to myself. Oh, what's it trying to see? He's trying to sell me books, man. Is that a PDF? Try to sell. This is what happens, guys, when you're researching and you try to search for something. What we on here? The more, mate. I'm not gonna be able to find this. What you just December, March, mate. Just sending me a random link, mate. I can't like. I'm fucking not typing that out. So yeah, I don't know what it was, but I'm not. Yeah, can't. I've not got WhatsApp on the PC yet, mate. You've been on an hour. Great man. Where's my dog? You're not my dude. Where's the original? Well, if you want to talk about originals, mate, I put the first video on. So where was you then? Where was you then, bruh? Talking about Kurt, you want Kurt, but where I put the first video on, bro. I fucking the original, started the videos, and then Kurt smashed it with his XRP and his freak of knowledge. I can't. Hey, just why I didn't do many XRP videos, because I knew Kurt was better at them. Don't shoot me just because he's sick. But yeah, you will get more XRP related content off me now, because I'm getting ridiculously interested in Hyperledger and how big it is. Because you can see Ripple sending XRP all over the place and opening new escrow accounts. Black holes I don't slip up. Rubbing all true, they can only have in our way. Can you access Telegram on your PC? I don't think you can. Telegram on PC, that is. Put it in Telegram. Probably. Could have just emailed it. Just email, bruh. Oh, come on. Come on, mate. The more. Why can't you just send an email, mate? It's interoperability of information's there, you know. You can send an email just as easy as a WhatsApp message, but I'm going to have to still type in. There is no copy and paste from my phone to the desktop, is there? So now Jesus wept. Jesus wept. Because as you can tell, I'm a dog turd typer, which has made it even worse. Things we do, actions, things we do just to get a flaming document up. Come on, I've got to be here now, mate. I'm not putting anything up. No. Nah, I'm not. We'll just go over that another time, mate. I'm not messing about. I can't be bothered. Don't even know what you're on about. Got to try some context. There's no context. Just go over this. You guys are both on. I just said, should have just sent the email straight away, mate. That was annoying, that. Oh, mate, done. I'm not. It's not there, so we're leaving that. I'm not going back to that now. New. I'm gonna end it, guys. Legitimately, I don't want it going to 2 hours again. The more I'll talk about that next time or something, mate, because there's not even an email there, mate. You look at Google. Fuck Google. No one cares about Google. So I was saying the other day about YouTube payments and that. They won't take as much off YouTubers. Everyone's like, well, yeah, YouTube take 45%, 50-odd%. Bang out of order. Well, it costs YouTube about $150 just to send you $500, so they've got to make some, haven't they? They need what you make just so they can make half of what you make after sending you what you make. The costing fees of the correspondent banking. When it's on Interledger protocol, it's going to be instant, innit? You'll probably be getting paid by view as they view it, per second basis as they're watching the ad, and the minute they turn the ad off or skip, payment stops. Interesting. This will go so much further. I mean, I've just mentioned YouTube then because Google now own YouTube and AdSense is through YouTube, but if you run AdSense through any website, then it means the same thing basically. I'm not reading through this, it's nothing but words and a couple of graphs, but if you want to have a couple of words, let me just do something. Where's my search on here? Does anyone help me? I reckon a search. No, I don't want to flip it like that. I want to search. It's upside down now. What the hell? Opening Adobe. I could do the opening in Adobe. This guy got scammed. Wall Street joins our free corridor. Yeah, someone said that. Alphabet run the world. Massive, aren't they? Say Alphabet to some people, they don't even know you mean Google. Thanks, mate. Awesome content. It's funny how everyone now demands an RTGS system from the Fed. Has Ripple been speaking to people like Google? Ripple's been speaking to everyone, mate. Everyone. Control F. Ah, yes. Yes, mate. Oh, Ripple. No Ripple. No interoperability. See, on these documents, you start searching for these words, and it generally comes up, but it's not even. Interesting. Not one key related word. Filed electronically. So this is to support interbank settlement of faster payments. Docket number 1625. Google applauds the Federal Reserve Board's efforts to support faster payments in the US. But the Federal Reserve Board, the Federal Reserve Faster Payments Task Force, what are they using? Using Ripple tech. It should be applauding Ripple. Do you mean, mate? You want to applaud Ripple? Speaking in code, we know what they mean. Federal Reserve Board. Board's effort to support faster payment. What effort? A call to action that Ripple answered with their tech. Faster Payments Task Force didn't do shit. RTGS. We've got a sick RTGS in Britain. I don't know if other places are, but our RTGS in Britain is absolutely epic. It is fast. Make no mistake, it's rapid. Instant payments. But it's fiat to fiat, it's pound to pounds. It's pretty easy when I'm sending pounds in the same banking system as the person I'm sending it to. It's when they're in the next network. That's when one RTGS system that runs on Great British pounds can't interact with an RTGS system that's running on dollars or euros or Japanese yen or the new Chinese CBDC that comes out in 3 years. Interoperability is where it's at, and Ripple Tech provides that. Morning, Budded Suburban. Welcome to the Google Labs. Welcome to the Love 4 Labs, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And I always talk about private sector and innovation in regards to an RTGS system. Yeah, exactly. They're always talking, oh, we've got these private sector companies. Yeah, we've got these private sector companies. All these private sector companies building the tech. Like legit, there it is, right? There it is. There's Ripple and NTT Data are the major tech builders in this space at the moment. I don't care what anyone says. I understand IBM are big on Hyperledger. We understand Amazon Web Services. Everyone's going to build their own ledger and blockchain. The Bank of England will end up with their own ledger and blockchain with GBP CBDCs on it. Federal Reserve, Faster Payments Task Force will have their own ledger and blockchain with a US dollar CBDC on it. But the fact of the matter is, if you still have a central control currency, you still have the Triffin's dilemma, and you still have everyone's not happy and no one trusts that currency. XRP is the chosen bridge asset that is not controlled by any one company, institution or government. It is controlled by what looks like every single company and government in the world, basically. I think the only people left out are us, because we're a new business. Crazy. Absolute crazy. Such a chav. Just be himself, mate, and it's how I talk. Deal with it. Deal with it, lad. Or turn off and go and get this information off someone else. Catch your live stream. You've literally come in as I'm winding it down, mate. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yesterday's wind down took an hour, but should have just left him up the more. Chris, whoever's just deleted him, sack him. But interoperability between my Big Mac and my Whopper. Yeah, it is from Derbyshire, bro. Nice. Good to have you here. Like I say, you might want to scoot it back before I stop it, because I don't know whether it will cut you off and make you wait till it's processed. Then you might rewind to the beginning and watch the full thing, because on that note, I'm going to wind down. Yeah, thanks for watching. That was basically just a little overview. At the start, we mentioned the Quilt, how Ripple have created it. They've gifted it to Hyperledger, the Linux Foundation, which has got hundreds of members, the biggest fintech consortium on the planet, pushing interoperability. Interledger protocol is massive. Hyperledger is basically the web weaning it all together at the enterprise level. We know the banks are going to build their own ledgers and blockchains, but for enterprise, corporations, institutions, Hyperledger's where it's at. It's a no-brainer. If you trust in Ripple Tech, the Quilt is Ripple Tech. You should be trusting Hyperledger as much as you trust in Ripple. That's basically why we need to spread the word that this is as big as ILP. It is as worth talking about as ILP, and it's only going to get bigger. It's only going to get better. We're just had a banking royal commission in Australia. That's how people stop banks overcharging their customers. I'm assuming it will, mate. You know, if you've got a business overcharging, or what you feel is overcharging as a client, and the next thing you hear they're saving 80% and they're still overcharging, you're going to be like, why are we not? You're saving 80%, why am I not saving as well? I think Western Union and MoneyGram have already lowered their prices from the help they get from remittance. They got an instant 30% just for using X-Current, didn't they? And the minute they go to X-Rapid, it goes up to 80% depending on the current volatility. It's a no-brainer, mate. Absolute no-brainer. Tonka Fun, you have a good Friday as well, mate. Cheers, guys. thanks for watching it. On that note, I'm going to end it. Live long and hodl. Love crypto. And as always, love yous. Stay safe, take care, and stay patient. Our time in the sun will come.